Welcome to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX and WMIXSports.com, where you can listen from any device. Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports is powered by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams Baseball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank.
Play ball!
It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Zerwinski for Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from the Ford Square WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. The Landers Collision Center's pregame show starts now.
And good afternoon from St. Clair County. Today the Mount Vernon Rams have the Belleville East Lancers on the road. Good afternoon from Lancer Stadium. I'm Chris Hugo. Danny Zerwinski is on assignment today, but Avery Barton is back at our Mount Vernon studios. The 3-5 East Lancers versus the 7-6-1 Mount Vernon Rams. We'll talk so much more about this contest on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers 6 to them all. Call 1-888-Landers. That number is 1-888-Landers. Rams are taking infield here from Lancer Stadium, but we need to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk more about this one between the South Pacific Conference's Mount Vernon Rams and the Southwestern Conference's Belleville East Lancers. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Registration for summer classes at Red Lake College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Red Lake College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Red Lake College, your journey starts here.
Whether it's Mother Nature's inability to decide on a season, a weekend that got a little out of hand, or just life, there's always something looking to damage your vehicle. This is Chase Landers from Landers Collision Centers. Maybe winter weather turned your full-size sedan into a compact, or a little hail has your truck looking like Swiss cheese. Perhaps a deer decided to go for a ride on your hood, or maybe your truck is missing its hitch and bumper after pulling your little brother out of the ditch last weekend. Did a bad breakup leave a little graffiti on your SUV? We hope not, but we've seen it all, and we certainly don't judge. Whatever mess life has created for your vehicle, we'll clean it up. As a direct repair facility for many insurance companies, we take care of just about everything, even getting you into a temporary vehicle while we restore yours. That's the Landers difference. Top to bottom, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Come see us in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask us about free detailing for the life of your vehicle. Or call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Don't forget to give us a follow on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports. Good afternoon again. Chris Hugo with you. Danny Zerwinski on assignment. Avery Barton is back at our Mount Vernon studio as the Mount Vernon Rams prepare for the Lancers of Belleville East. We'll get to know the starting lineups in just a moment. Brought to you by the Page Agency on Crown View at Mount Vernon. Log on to pageinsurance.net or call 242-7000 for a health quote. Saturday Sports Show will come your way tomorrow morning right here on AM 940 and WMIXSports.com. We'll promote our lineup throughout this afternoon's broadcast. For the Lancers, they are 3-5 on the year. They're going to rely on a freshman pitcher here today, of course, Cody Preppin. 2 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts, but a 14 earned run average, of course, with 4 earned runs allowed this season and 2 innings worth of work. We'll see what he has made up of today. We'll get to the Ram pitcher here in just a moment. Of course, for the Rams leading off, it'll be Ryan Campbell at second base. Batting second will be Reed Millwood. Thomas Weber will do the catching out of the 3 spot. It'll be Jake Pike at first base, batting clean up. And, of course, we'll meet the rest of the Rams as we happen to go through this game. Getting ready for top of the first action in just a moment from Lancers Stadium in Belleville. Of course, the Lancers out of the tough Southwestern Conference Class 4A. 3 wins on the season compared to 5 losses. Had a tough week this week. Had O'Fallon on Tuesday, and then yesterday had the Edwardsville Tigers. Lost both of those games 4-3. So into the week at 500, and out of the week will be either a game or 3 games under 500, depending upon today's outcome. For the Rams, they got a back above 500 for the first time this season yesterday with a 6-5 win over the Carbondale Terriers. Rams got a big home run in the bottom half of the 5th inning for Thomas Weber to tie it at 5, and then got a big double from Jake Pike soon after, and used small ball to bring that run home and take a 6-5 win. Brock Fulkerson picked up his second win. Thomas Weber picked up his first save in yesterday's conference. As a result, the Rams are now even in the South 7 at 1-1. The Terriers are also even at 1-1. Marion lost to Althoff yesterday to even their mark at 1-1. And, of course, Centralia no-hit Cahokia at 10-0. So you look at your South 7 Conference, it's a muddled mess. The Rams won't see the Orphans until April the 22nd, but they will see the Crusaders on Tuesday. That game will replace the matchup with the Mascoutah Indians due to the conference rain date. So instead of the Mascoutah Indians on Tuesday, the Rams will head to Whitey Herzog Field across town here and take on the Althoff Crusaders in South 7 Conference play. It was tie at Whitey Herzog last year. Of course, we'll talk more about that on the Saturday Sports Show tomorrow morning with Mount Vernon Rams baseball coach Tim Holloway right after the 8 o'clock news. We'll be on WMIX, WMIXsports.com. We do hope you'll join us. We also talk with Lance Bolt, the Lady Rams softball coach. We'll talk Centralia, Orphans, and Annie's baseball and softball with Matt Cottenmeyer and, of course, Mallory Colley. We will also talk with quite a few other guests. We'll talk with Waltonville Athletic Director Eric Widges. Of course, Waltonville Central Lear hosting a baseball and softball tournament tomorrow. We'll talk with Chad Malavi. He is the head coach of the Nashville Hornets baseball team. We'll also talk with Keith Welch. He is the head coach of McLeansboro Foxes basketball. They're going to have an alumni game tomorrow night. That should be interesting. With all the natives, of course, from Hamilton County, they're all across the region, coaching and what have you. We'll also talk with John Shadowitz. We will talk Central Lear Waltonville track with the guy you normally know as our WMIX sports correspondent in high school football season. So we'll talk with him about all of that. We'll talk with all of our guests and have your famous WMIX sports social media question of the week tomorrow. We do hope you'll join us. Courtesy of Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. Now they detail them all, too. Ask about premium detailing for like your car at Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. You won't believe it if I told you the Rams will see probably about their 11th left-handed pitcher of the year, whether it be via the start or relief. So getting more looks at southpaws this year than ever before. For the Lancers, their tops are a familiar light blue, white lettering trimmed in a navy blue, and they will also have a dark gray, more of a heather gray than a charcoal, in their pants. The hats, of course, with white panels and white and blue striping, blue bills. The Rams, meanwhile, wear their favorite black uniforms with orange lettering trimmed in white, their gray pants, some with a black vertical stripe. That's what the two teams look like today. Of course, we'll get underway in just a moment. Powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland, your official voice of high school sports, here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. We'll meet the defense for the Lancers. It's Dominic Blaylock at left. Parker Hendricks is out in center field with Jacob Parker in right. It'll be Mitch Harlan, Kevin Horner, Sheldon Howard, Austin Wilson from third to first, with Drew Milas behind the plate. And Cody Freppin will be on the mound, the left-hander. Of course, he is a freshman, just 2 innings of work, so baptism by fire for the young hurler from the Lancers. Well, the Rams need to get something going offensively here today. The Bats did well yesterday with 7 hits counted against the Terriers. That was after just a 3-hit performance in conference play against the Wildcats of Marion, but the Bats started to heat up against West Frankfort. That was on Wednesday afternoon. So the Rams looking to stay above 500 as first pitch will come at 4:09, 6 minutes early from the 4:15 start. It'll be a strike on the outside corner to Ryan Campbell, the Rams shortstop. Had a pretty good day yesterday. Has had a pretty good week. He was 3 for 4 with 3 singles and a run scored against the Terriers. The lefty will wind and fire. Here it comes. It's high, but it's a strike, and it's 0-2 to Campbell. With me, Reed Millwood, the Rams second baseman, looking on. Looks like they have some tennis going on in the foreground. JV baseball will go on over my left shoulder behind the box here at Lancers Stadium. I've been ready. Here it comes. That one's going to get away outside. A good waste pitch nonetheless. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Campbell. Millwood and Weber to follow here in the Rams half of the first. We'll get to know the batting order for the Lancers in the home half. That'll be presented by the Page Agency. Lefty out of the lineup. Prepping. Here comes the pitch on the way, and Campbell will wave at and miss. So that'll be the first strikeout of the game, very first batter. And that'll bring in Reed Millwood for the Rams. With 1 out, nobody on if you're just joining us in this scoreless top half of the first inning. Rito Burrito, as they call him on the Twitterverse. He follows us, so should you, at WMIX Sports. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. As Millwood will take a first pitch strike across the outside corner. Just above the knee outside, and nothing to want as he falls behind. The Rams were over-aggressive earlier in the week, swinging at many first and second pitches. They've taken a few to start already today. The 0-1 pitch coming. Millwood's going to offer ground ball to the pitcher. He'll fire back over to Wilson at first base. There's a high throw, but back on the bag he goes, and 1-3 will be your second out as Thomas Weber will come to the plate. So 2 outs and nobody on this top half of the first. We told you about Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of Rams and Lady Rams Athletics. You can find them online at comfirstbank.net, or, of course, you can always ask about one checking. It's free checking and high-yield interest. Community First Bank, member FDIC. 2 on, nobody out for Weber. Had that big home run yesterday. He'll swing it an inside pitch low and foul it off. Nothing to 1 is the count to Thomas. Leads the team in home runs. Pike getting up there, of course, in home runs and overall extra base hits as well. But for the most of the season, Weber has certainly led the teams in many offensive categories. As we await the 0-1 pitch, time will be called by the umpire. See something he doesn't like. No explanation, no real mechanics to speak of. Illegal pitch earlier. So it's a 1-1 count now with 2 gone, and that one's going to miss up. 2 balls, 1 strikes to Weber. Jake Pike in the on-deck circle for the Rams, batting that cleanup spot. Again, had a good day offensively yesterday for the Rams as well. As pitcher and catcher will talk about things here. Now, catcher Milas will go back behind the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 gone. Nobody aboard here in the top of the first. So glad you could join us for Rams baseball. We'll be back at it on Tuesday as the Rams will take tomorrow and Monday off. We'll have the Altop Crusaders on the road Tuesday. Take Wednesday off and have another conference game Thursday as the 2-1 pitch just misses off the plate. 3 balls and a strike to Thomas Weber. JV Rams, of course, playing concurrently right now. They're behind us, the JV field. JV softball field also behind us here in this nice facility. A 3-1 pitch. Catches the outside corner. The count works full to Weber. He thought he had ball 4, but it'll be a full count with 2 outs. Again, nobody on here in the top half of the first for the Rams. We'll tell you about more of our sponsors throughout the day, especially our official voice, Community First Bank. 3-2, make or break time. Payoff? Yes, it is for Weber. So that's going to see its way through the left side of the infield. And Thomas gets a 2-out base hit. So a single puts a runner aboard for Jake Pike. And we will have a courtesy runner. Any guesses as to whom the courtesy runner is going to be? It will actually be Zach Brookman today. So no, Connor Story. Tyler Morgan, the DH, is into the on-deck circle. And we'll see what the lefty Pike's able to do against the lefty pitchers. Southpaw, east southpaw. Here at the top of the first with 2 outs and a runner on first. The Rams get their first base hit of the day via Thomas Weber. Second Chance Auto is one of our Ram Booster sponsors. Find them on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon, home of your largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced under $10,000 in one location. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East. Pitch on the way for up, and that's going to get well outside. The courtesy runner, Zach Brookman, will head on down to second. And the Rams have a runner in scoring position, and Pike gets ahead here 1-0. So it'll be a good opportunity for Jake, a runner on second. Dimensions here at Lancer Stadium are 315 down the lines, 367 into the alleys, and 390 straight away center field. The battery will run over some things here. We'll talk about some options. As Pike will await the umpire dusting off the plate. Not a crew that I have seen yet this season. Of course, when you see about a rotation of 2 or 3, you're going to go on the road and see some guys maybe you haven't seen before. 1-0 the count, 2 gone, top 1, no score yet from Lancer Stadium on the campus of Belleville East High School. Actually, Belleville Township High School, District number 201, on the East Campus. So the 1-0 coming, there it is to Pike. He'll turn it in. It was actually probably a strike across the plate, but he'll be the benefactor of a 2-0 count. You got a 14 ERA coming in. This is actually the first start for Cody Preppin. lefty. Now with a lefty batter and Pike and a 2-0 count, this one's going to catch. It's low. Strike, 2 balls, 1 strike now for Pike. We'll get to know the Rams off defensively in the bottom half of the inning. As Jake Pike will stand back in. 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. Gets a piece of one, muscles it into right center field. On the run will be Hendricks. He will not get there. This is an RBI for Pike, and he will stroll into second base with an RBI double to give the Rams a 1-0 lead. So Pike continues with the big hitting, and give credit to Thomas Weber for getting it started. Parkman crosses, of course, as a courtesy runner. And it's now a 1-0 Ram lead. So Tyler Morgan, the DH, will stand in the on-deck circle. Tyler will stand in. Runner on second. 1-0 ball game, 2 outs. The Rams are looking for some 2-out bingo here in the inning. And we're on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Give us a follow. Pitch in round, and Morgan's going to get a piece of it to the third baseman. Tough hop. Harlan picks up, fires across the diamond. And that'll retire the side here in the first. It's 1-0 Rams through 1/2. This is Mountain Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon.
We proudly offer the best service department in the area, with experienced technicians that will diagnose your vehicle's problems quicker than the competitors. We service all makes and models no matter where you bought your car. Get out of the cold and drive into our climate-controlled service area and enjoy a hot cup of coffee while our service department offers great deals on brakes, tires, and more.
Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Your spine is a miracle of engineering, so when pain strikes, your body is telling you to get help fast. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois is proud to feature their spine care team. Doctors Kowalski and Smith, the professionals at Orthopedic Center, specialize in back and neck pain. So put our spine care team on the job. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Stop the pain, fix the problem, and enjoy life again. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
And you're welcome back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo with you. Danny Zerwinski is on assignment. Of course, it's Avery Barton back at our Mount Vernon studio. We'll get to know the batting order for the East Lancers. Dominic Blaylock in left, leading things off. Shelton Howard is the second baseman, batting second. Parker Hendricks, the center fielder, bats third. Kevin Horner, the shortstop, in the cleanup spot to remain less the catcher. Will bat fifth. It'll be Brady Shanuel. We'll assume back in the correct pronunciation here in just a moment. The DH will bat sixth. Batting seventh will be Austin Wilson, the first baseman. Mitch Harlan, the third baseman, bats eighth. And it'll be Parker, Jacob Parker, the right fielder, batting ninth for the Lancers. So we'll get things started on the hill today. Derek Hayes getting the start for the Rams. We'll see how he fares. Otherwise, the infield is going to be pretty much the same. Braden Smith looks like he's over at third base. Get to know the rest of the Rams defensively here in just a moment as some adjustments made. Here comes the first pitch, Blaylock. It'll be high and away to the left-hander, 1 ball and no strikes. Mount Vernon, Belleville East, 1-0 ball game. That's going to be found on the third baseline. 1-1, the even count here to Dominic Blaylock, followed by Howard and Hendricks in the bottom half of the East first. Try to keep you updated on the Twitterverse. Do my very best. Fresh content on there. As the 1-1's going to come, here it is. It's outside from Hayes, the right-hander. 2-1 will be the count. Nobody on, nobody out as Blaylock gets it started. A 1-0 ball game. Rams scored on the Pike RBI double earlier. Now this is going to be ripped through the left side of the infield for a leadoff single for Blaylock. Rams trying some different things. Here's the defense. Of course, you're told to Braden Smith at third, Ryan Campbell at short. Reed Millwood at second base. First baseman is Jake Pike. Weber is your catcher. For the Rams here on a beautiful Friday afternoon from Belleville, 71 degrees, sunny skies, calm winds. Probably won't get above 2 or 3 miles per hour as the pitch on the way from the right-hander to the first right-handed batter, Howard. Outside it is. It'll be 1 ball and no strikes. Chris Hugo with you again. Danny Zerwinski on assignment. Avery Barton back at our Mount Vernon studio. Still glad to have you on WMIXsports.com. We'll have a full scoreboard later tonight as we'll check on the runner at first. Nothing doing for Blaylock. It's back with a head first dive. Tomorrow we'll be back at it with the Saturday Sports Show. Also, the WMIX Easter egg hunt is tomorrow. Veterans Park in the King City. 4 o'clock is the start of the hunt. 3:30 registration as the runner goes. Strike on the outside corner. Throw into center field. Jones will back up the play to limit the damage, and 1-1 the count. Throw that just got away. As soon as it left the hands, let go maybe just a scant too early, but into second base regardless is going to be Blaylock. And 1-1 will be the count of the batter Howard, the second baseman, followed by the center fielder Hendricks. As Hayes is set out of the stretch, fires a fastball low for a strike, and be 1-2. One on and nobody out in the bottom half of the first. The Lancers trying to get that run back they give up in the top half of the inning. Trying to tie things up off of the bat of Howard, perhaps. This will be a ground ball. Campbell will get to it. A backhand fires across the diamond. It'll be off the glove of Pike. So safe at first will be the runner, and over to the third will go Blaylock, and now the runner's at the corners for the Lancers. That one was just off of the mid of Pike, pulled him off the bag. So the Rams already have an error today. It's in the bottom half of the first. You get at Lancer Stadium, 3:15 down the line, 3:67 in the gas. 390 rather to straightaway center field. This used to be a football rivalry in Week 1. The Rams and Lancers, I believe, played from maybe about 04 all the way up until 08, 09. Rams came back here to play Alsop when they were remodeling Lindenwood Stadium. That game, of course, was in 2012. Ranked at 11. Courtesy runner, bench runner for Blaylock. And we'll get back to the action. Nobody out, 2 aboard, though, here in the bottom half of the first. Rams on top, 1-0, but the Lancers trying to make this a big inning. It'll be up to the right-hander, Parker Hendricks. Kevin Horner, the shortstop's on deck. Hayes just trying to get the Rams out of it. Trying to get that first out. It'll be a fastball low in the dirt, 1-0 here to Hendricks. Rams, of course, hanging out in the third base dugout. He's hanging on the fence. More like leaning as opposed to hanging. Probably the wrong verb to use is the 1-0 counts. Runners at the corners, just going to catch the outside corner. Howard will go ahead and take a stroll down to second base, but the count will even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Don't forget Twitter at WMIX Sports. We'll try to get you some scores from around the region today. Presented by Tony Welch, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find him on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower. Look for him on the World Wide Web at TonyWelch.com, or try to find the white State Farm Jeep. That'll be around town. It's a 1-1. That'll be right over the heart of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hendricks. Horner in the on-deck circle. As far as scores you'd be concerned with, we're going to be a little bit earlier than everybody else. Of course, the Metro East traditionally start at 4:15 as opposed to 4:30. 1-2 coming. Tomahawk swing foul toward the third base side. And we'll do it again. But, of course, 4:30 is start back home traditionally in most of the deep southern portion of the state. Used to be 4 o'clock for everybody back in the day. That's because of trying to get kids more education and maybe allowing parents to get a better chance to get the games. It's backed up to 4:30 in some parts, 4:15 in others. Here it's 4:15. 1-2 the count. Hayes under the windup with runners on second and third. This will be fouled straight back, as Hendricks will fight off another. I'll tell you a very random score here in just a moment. From the Effingham area, as the 1-2 is on its way. Curveball's going to be just fouled off. We'll do it again. This is already a 6-pitch at-bat for Parker Hendricks. Casey Westfield leads Winters, Shoestraw 2-0 in the bottom half of the first inning. There's your first score report of the day. Again, that's presented by Tony Welch. So 1-2 the count here to Hendricks. The pitcher Hayes still working out of the windup. Will fire another one. Bender this time. It's a ground ball. They're going to have the lead runner hung up in a rundown. Smith will apply the tag, and out at the plate is the pinch runner. Time has been called, but out at the plate was the pinch runner. Grant Soda. Hopefully okay here. So they pick off a runner. It actually will be a fielder's choice. It's actually 5 unassisted. Smith may have got some dirt in the eyes, and Tim Holloway's going to take a meander. Or meander to take a gander, rather. And they'll take a look at Smith. So hopefully it's okay. Maybe he lost a contact or something of that ilk. So 1-0 score still as the Rams get the lead runner on the 5 unassisted fielder's choice. It'll be runners at the corners and 1 out here in the bottom half of the first. They will take a look at maybe a decision that has to be made here temporarily as time will be called and the game will be paused. See what they can come up with. Beautiful facility here. Everything was built right here on campus. The football stadium and track facility to the tennis courts. Softball field is actually somewhat across, the varsity softball field, I should say, is across campus, but still on campus, mind you. And then the JV softball and JV baseball fields are behind Lancer Stadium here. So the second baseman, Millwood, and the pitcher, Derek Hayes, are going to play catch. As the Rams fall over some options there, as Tim Holloway talks to Tommy Fulkerson. Had a nice conversation with Coach, as we always do before the game. As we are going to have some substitutions. Zach Giants is going to check in and head toward left field. Blake Jones will stay put in center, and Sam Storman's going to come from left to third. So that will do it for Braden Smith right now. He can come back into the game as long as he goes into the same spot. But we'll see how Sam Storman does in replacement of Braden Smith. So Giants will go out to left. BJ stays in center, so not much doing there. Connor Story, of course, is your right fielder today. And what an interesting story we have here in the bottom of the first. So Storman will get a few warm-up grounders. At least that looks like Storman. Didn't get a lineup card before the game. That's one of the things that caught up with. We've had kind of a tradition of how to do things. Someone got our wires crossed today. So it'll be a lefty batter and Kevin Horner in the cleanup spot. Runners at the corners has an RBI chance. Hayes trying to get the Rams out of the inning with a 1-0 lead and keep that lead intact. See if he's able to do it here. Hayes will go back to the stretch with the runner on first. And the right-hander will fire a fastball low. It'll be 1-0 here. Kevin Horner. The play worked out. Runners on second and third. Hendricks, of course, grounded the ball to the third baseman who was in Braden Smith. Smith decided to chase the runner home after he stopped and stumbled and ended up getting the worst end of it. As a good stop behind the plate by Weber on a pitch that was in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes to Horner. With the Lancer catcher Milas on deck here in the home half of the first inning. Rams, meanwhile, just want to get out of this half of the first. Runner's going to go. There'll be a ground ball, chopped found on the first base side as the partial hit and run was in play. And it's going to be 2-1 now to Kevin Horner. Horner in the cleanup spot, left-handed batter. He is a senior on this senior-dominated Lancer team. Of course, they have a sophomore behind the plate and a freshman on the mound. Yeah, that works out the rest of the way. Hayes is offering as they're going to go ahead and cut. Nope, they're going to let the throw go. Thought Millwood was going to cut the throw, but it'll be 3-1 now to Horner. So it'll be second and third on the still on base by Parker Hendricks. We wait the 3-1 pitch. There it is, and that could score a pair of runs. Thankfully, Giants is playing shallow, and that'll limit the damage to a run on the RBI single by Horner to bring in Milas, the catcher. So Lancer's tied up in this bottom half of the first inning, still threatening, however, with runners at the corners. With only 1 out here in this bottom half of the first. Chris Hugo with you, Danny Zerwinski on assignment. Avery Barton back in our Mount Vernon studio as we start to near the bottom of the 4 o'clock hour. We'll take care of that momentarily. 1-1 the score, 1 out, 2 aboard. Here comes a pitch to lefty catcher, and this will get in front of Weber, but to second base. We'll go Horner. So runners on second and third. Does a good stop by Tommy behind the plate. Interesting. Center fielder Jones, of course, shading slightly over towards right field with the lefty in the batter's box. Everybody else pretty well normal depth except for the third baseman, kind of guarding the runner, and even with the bag, as this is going to be low. 2 balls, no strikes to count to Milas. Milas, I believe it was, in the Scuda. That's 2-0 count. Outside, it'll be 3 balls, no strikes. Rams come back to Belleville for their next game on Tuesday with the Alsop Crusaders. They will have to come back again for baseball. They'll actually have the West Maroons at home in May as the 3-0 pitch comes, and that's going to catch the plate 3-1. Of course, it'll be another busy week next week for the Rams. We'll head to Paducah on Good Friday and Easter Eve. Play a trio of tough teams there at McCracken County High School as well as Brooks Stadium in Paducah. 3-1 coming in the dirt, and that'll be a one-out walk to issue the bases loaded. Certainly not what the Rams had in mind this half inning. Tim Holloway will make his way out to the mound. The assistance to the mound is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proudly support the Mount Vernon Rams and the Lady Rams. This bottom of the hour, we will pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
On your desktop or mobile device at WMIXsports.com. Your radio home for the Mount Vernon Rams is WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting.
That's how the FCC knows us. I'm Chris Hugo, Avery Barton, back at our Mount Vernon studio. Next week, we're talking about the Rams' schedule. Heading to Alsop on Tuesday. Thursday, they will go to Cahokia at Old Stoje Field. And then Friday, they have Memphis U High and Bartlett, Tennessee, back-to-back at McCracken County High School. And on Saturday, they'll take on Henderson County, Kentucky, or Henderson, in Paducah at Brooks Stadium at 11 o'clock. Here comes the first pitch to the left-handed Brady Shanuel. That's 1 ball, no strikes. Bases are packed here in the bottom of the first. Tie ball game, 1-1. Rams did their damage in the top half of the inning via a Jake Pike RBI double after a Weber single. And now 1-0 quickly gives way to 2-0 as that pitch is inside. Austin Wilson on deck for Belleville East. We'll call them East or East more often than not. As the 2-0 will come, and this is going to miss low and away. The Rams, some issues throwing strikes today here on a beautiful Friday afternoon from St. Clair County. First pitch temperature was 71 degrees, sunny skies. You couldn't ask for a more beautiful day. As we await the 3-0, here it comes. That's going to catch the inside corner. 3 balls, no strike. So the Lancer DH will stand back in with a 3-1 count, and that'll be a base on balls RBI. It's 2-1 Lancers. As if the first inning is any indication, pitching could be at a premium. We're going to have a change. Tim Holloway's going to come out, doesn't like what he sees. It'll be his second visit. He'll have to make a move. It's 2-1. Lancers on top with 1 out, and the bases loaded here in the bottom half of the first. We'll let you know about the new Ram. Should have one. Wasn't an injury visit earlier. Keep it right here till we know for sure. But there was an injury visit. See if we have any changes coming up. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams and Lady Rams Athletics. Ask about one checking. It's free checking and high-yield interest. Community First Bank, welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. We will have a new Ram pitcher. We're going to take a break. Come back with the numbers. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, president of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at tonywilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo with you, Danny Zawinski on assignment as we'll have a new Ram pitcher. With one out in the bottom of the first, East on top 2-1, but still threatening. It'll be Sam Storman on the pitch. Storman's had an interesting day defensively. He started the game in left field, then due to an injury to Braden Smith, he moved to third base. Then with Tim Holloway, decided to make a change on the hill. He moves into the pitching role. So one out, a third of an inning goes Hayes, 2 hits, 2 walks, no strikeouts. Already on the hook for 2 of the runs, but the bases are loaded here. And here comes the first pitch of the at-bat to the first batter he sees, Austin Wilson. He'll take a pitch low and away. And it is 1-0. Interesting. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. View their inventory online at FordSquare.com. As the 1-0 pitch becomes 2-0. That was low. Mitch Harlan in the on-deck circle. Rams just need to get out of this inning. Right now, the base is loaded. 2-1 ball game. Lancer's on top looking for more. Pitch on the way, and that's going to be low as well. Of course, Storman coming from third base didn't get any time in the bullpen to warm up. Did get a few warm-up tosses prior to being his first at bat. Now, pitch across the plate. It'll be 3-1, the obligatory. Bases loaded, 1 out, bottom of the first, 2-1 ball game. Glad to have you listening on WMIX or WMIXsports.com. 3-1 pitch is coming, and that'll be a strike across the plate to count full. Full count, here we go, and this one's going to be popped foul over the first base dugout of play. We'll do it again. So defensively now for the Rams, get you caught up. Giants is in left, Jones center, Story in right. Hayes at third, Campbell your shortstop, Millwood's at second, Pike at first. Weber behind the plate. This is going to be a soft liner. Nice of them play. It'll go down as 4-6. The Rams get out of the damage. 2-1. Lancers through 1. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
Chrysler continues to raise the bar with huge incentives. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Chrysler dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. Chrysler is offering a $3,000 rebate on all new 2014 Dodge Avengers, plus an additional $500 when you finance through Chrysler Capital. That's $3,500 in incentives on the all-new 2014 Dodge Avenger. Bring in your trade, even if you owe $9,000 more than it's worth. Our finance department will get to work for you and find the best rate and payment possible. Come talk to one of our sales associates and see how you can drive away in one of our over 25 in-stock 2014 Dodge Avengers. We are at King City Chrysler Center, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or browse our inventory at kingcitychryslercenter.com.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo with you. Danny Zawinski is on assignment. You can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Find us on Facebook as well. For the Rams, they trail 2-1. They're going to send up 6, 7, and 8 spots in the order. So Derek Hayes, the third baseman, will lead things off. Started the game as a pitcher, went a third, and ran into some trouble. So we'll see how things work out for the lefty freshman Trody Fredman, who gave up a run in the top of the first inning. But then his team backed him up, scored 2 more, but they stranded the bases loaded. They had the bases loaded, then a soft liner to Reed Millwood. He did a nice backhanded toss to Ryan Campbell. And 4-6 ended the Lancer threatened at first. Video streaming returns for the Mount Vernon Township High School Class of 2014 commencement exercises on May 24th. It'll be presented by Ridley College. day. You can save thousands of dollars on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu as the first pitch swung on a missed strike to Derek Hayes. That's in behind, 0-1. It'll be Giants in the on-deck circle for the Rams. Now the left fielder after all this hullabaloo. And the 0-1 pitch coming. It's going to be a ground ball tap to the shortstop. Horner will pick up, fire across the diamond. Good stretch by Wilson. And 6-3 will be your first Ram out of the inning. We'll see how Giants is able to do. Connor Story moves into the on-deck circle. Two on score. Lancers on top. Actually got an RBI single from Kevin Horner, and then also had an RBI walk. As this is going to be swung on and missed by Giants, and he'll fall behind 0-1. No balls and a strike here for number 16, the left fielder, Zach Giants. The lefty pitcher out of the windup will fire. Foul back. It'll be 0-2 to Zach. Pretty First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams and Lady Rams Athletics here on WMIX. 5 Jefferson County branches, responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Pretty First Bank would like to be the first to stay. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. 0-2 the count. One gone. Nobody on here in the top of the second. 2-1 Lancers. As this will be tapped foul just off the mid of the catcher. And staying alive, fighting off pitch after pitches. Zach John. Connor Story will go get the foul ball. And we'll get back to play. 0-2 the count on Zach. 1 out, nobody on. But set, here comes. This one is going to be golfed right back into center field for a base hit. So Giants get a 1-out single. And that'll bring in Story. And moving into the on-deck circle is Blake Jones, your center fielder. So pretty good opportunity for Connor Story. A name you've heard about coming up from the JV ranks, as has Ryan Campbell in terms of this junior class. Finally getting their chance at the varsity level. Here comes, shows bunt, but pulls back and slides out of the way. It'll be a 1-0 count to Story. Jones on deck here for the Rams, getting to the bottom of the order. If they should keep the inning going, they'll get to the top. It's a good opportunity for Connor. Lefty-lefty matchup with the lefty prep and the freshman on the hill. Here comes. Ooh, a strike on the outside corner. Pounded it in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Prep CRA will undoubtedly fall. He'll fall to about 12, maybe a 10 after this inning. He'll check, make a high throw over to first. That'll be an error on the pitcher, and aboard will go Connor Story. It'll be first and second. They didn't have a chance as nobody was covering second base. So safely went Giants. Story ran down to first, ran hard. That was a high throw. It was a rainbow arc on the apex of the throw from the pitcher. Not much the first baseman Wilson could do. He jumped, tried to get back down to the bag, but Story beat him there. So a chance for Jones to tie this one up with runners on first and second and 1 out. Here comes the pitch to Blake. This one could be a blooper and it could be trouble, but it's not going to be an RBI. Could as it gets away from the catcher, but they'll hold the runners up and it'll be bases loaded with 1 out. Interesting. So the Rams get the bases packed here. This time in the top half of the second, a 2-1 ball game. Sees the Lancers on top. Winning Edge is one of our great Rams sponsors. Of course, you can find them 212 South 9th in Mount Vernon, downtown. WinningEdgeUSA.com, where you can see all about how they can customize anything you need for your team, business, organization, team, or school. WinningEdgeUSA.com. Here comes inside. That pitch got dirty, and it's 1-0 to the leadoff batter, Ryan Campbell. Campbell actually had a tough change-up or curveball, I can't remember which, to end the at-bat in the first. He swung on it and missed, and now the count is 1 ball and no strikes to Ryan Campbell. Leadoff batter here for the Rams with the bases loaded. A chance to do some damage against the lefty freshman, and here comes the pitch on the way. It'll be a strike. Good comeback pitch on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Saturday Sports Show comes your way tomorrow right here on AM 940 and WMIXSports.com. We'll talk with Tim Holloway and Lance Bolts, your Rams and Lady Rams baseball and softball coaches. And now the 1-1. Going to get away. Good stop by the catcher. 2-1. We'll also talk with Matt Kodmeyer and Mallory Colleen. They are the coaches of the Centralia Orphans and Centralia Annies, respectively. Eric Widgets, your AD of Waltonville High School, talk about the tournament they're hosting on the baseball and softball side tomorrow. See who else. We have John Shadowins. We'll talk some SVW track. One more. Keith Welch. He is the head coach of the McLeansboro Foxes, at least on the boys' basketball side. They're going to have a big alumni game tomorrow night. Talk about that tomorrow. The 2-1 pitch coming. There it is. That's going to be a comebacker. Oh, but it takes a nice hop at the shortstop. Could be two, but it won't. As a run comes across, it'll be Giants to score the tying run. And that'll go down. It's 6-4. So a tough fielder's choice for the second half. Staying aboard is Campbell, and it'll be runners at the corners. Odd man out was Blake Jones on the play, and now tied at 2. Millwood has a chance. Runners at the corners, 2 outs at the top of the stack, and of a 2-2 ball game. And in the on-deck circle steps Thomas Weber. You don't want this inning to get to him if you don't have to, and if it gets to him, you especially don't want it to get to Jake Pike. The righty Millwood stands in, the sophomore second baseman. He'll take a pitch off the outside corner, just barely outside, 1-0. Told you about the Saturday Sports Show tomorrow. We told you periodically about next week's coverage. You can find our full broadcast schedule at WMIXsports.com. As the 1-0 comes, it's going to catch the outside corner, even things up here to Millwood, 1 ball, 1 strike. You can also find our St. Louis Cardinals broadcast schedule, WMIX FM tonight. Cards and Cubs. Find the exact pregame time on there. Of course, live at Shannon's makes its season debut tonight after the game. That is a great program. All sorts of conversations with the legendary Mike Shannon and guests at his restaurant. As we await the 1-1. This one could be a blooper, could be trouble to right center field. It will. It'll drop for a base hit. And the Rams take a 3-2 lead on the RBI by Reed Millwood. And it gets to Thomas Weber. So first and second are the runners as Story took a stroll across the plate. The Rams have a 3-2 lead, as we will see others to the mound from the east side. This visit is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proudly support the Rams, Lady Rams, and the local community. Right now, 2 outs, 2 aboard here in the second. Rams have scored 2 to take a 3-2 lead with Thomas Weber in the third place spot coming up. It'll be the cleanup batter. Jake Pike next. See what happens in the Lancer lineup. So right now, the damage is at 2 runs. See what happens. So Arbel will return to action. We'll see what happens with Thomas Weber at the plate. Do they give him something to hit? How much scouting has been done? 2 on, 2 out. Pike on deck. You almost have to pitch to him here. Rubbing on fire. Here comes, and that's a foul tip. That was a pitch to hit, but just off of it slightly. It'll be 0-1 to Weber. Singled and scored his last time. This is replaced by the courtesy runner Brookman. The Rams have a chance to add to this 3-2 lead. 0-1 the count, 2 gone. Glad to have you, Chris Hugo. Avery Barton is back to the mound for the studio. DC on assignment today as the 0-1 pitch will sail in. And it'll just miss up to even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Campbell on second, Millwood on first. Weber's at the plate. And the Rams are hoping they can get to this freshman lefty here early. If they could keep him from getting his composure as we await the 1-1 pitch. Here it comes with 2 outs. Inside, that's going to bounce away. A wild pitch. Down to second and third will go the Ram runners. So Weber will dig back in ahead in the count. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, and the double RBI chance. The runners on second and third. And Jake Pike awaiting on deck. What a dastardly duo they have been ever since the flip-flop in the lineup card. Both have benefited. Get a nice anchor behind your third place hitter as the 2-1 comes, and Weber trying to put a charge into it, fouls it off. That'll even things up here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pike on deck, Morgan in the hole here for Tim Holloway's Rams. Game nears the Still about 20 minutes shy of the 1 hour mark, about 40 minutes in. 2-2 the count to Weber with 2 outs. He'll take it high and up. Count is full. High outside here. Trying to get you some more scoreboard updates here in a moment. What a big inning the Rams are hoping to have with second and third on the base pass. Weber at the plate with the full count, 2 gone. Pitch on the way, and this one is going to be lifted foul behind this. We'll do it again. So a good at-bat by Weber. Repping the lefty, trying to get out of a jam. 2 runs across the plate for the Rams here. So they answered every bit of the Lancer bottom half of the first, and that is going to just miss offside to walk the bases loaded for Jake Pike. Brookman will be your courtesy runner. Two outs, the bases loaded for Pike in the top half of the second inning, and we're going to have likely a Lancer pitching change with the second visit to the mound. It's presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 East Broadway in Mount Vernon. We need to take a break. When we come back, we'll tell you all about the new Lancer pitcher. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Women's health care just got closer to home, right here in Salem. St. Mary's Good Samaritan Women's Health Care and OBGYNs Dr. Deborah Carson, Dr. Doug Combs, Dr. Jamie Plett, Dr. Elizabeth Byer-Nolan, and Dr. Michael Schifano are seeing patients every Tuesday at the Salem Family Health Center. That means you'll have a full range of OBGYN services close to home, including prenatal and wellness checks, incontinence treatment, and family planning options for when your family's complete. Plus, access to state-of-the-art Da Vinci robotic surgery for quicker recovery and less pain after hysterectomy. Ladies, your health is important, so why not get OBGYN care right here close to home by St. Mary's Good Samaritan Women's Health Care. Call 1-877-456-2496 to make your appointment. That's 1-877-456-2496.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
Looking back to Lancer Stadium, we'll have a new Lancer pitcher here in the top half of the second inning. We'll get you some numbers on Jordan Fredeke, the senior who will replace Cody Frappin. He went 1 2/3, allowed 5 hits, walked 1 batter. It was his last, and struck out his first batter, so an interesting bookend for the freshman pitcher. So it'll be a right-handed pitcher in the lineup now. 11 strikeouts on the season, 3 appearances for Fredeke. He is 1-1 with a 1.31 ERA. So here comes the pitch en route. That's going to miss outside to Pike. It'll be 1-0. Pike had an RBI double his last time. If he get an RBI double this time, you're looking at a much different ball game with the bases loaded here in the second. 2 outs. Out of the windup comes the hurler, and that's going to miss high, 2-0. Get you some more scores throughout the afternoon. Brought to you by Tony Wilcher, State Farm Agent of Mount Vernon. Pitch and round it comes. It's going to miss outside. 3-0 the count to Pike, and the Rams that much closer to getting another runner across. Bases juice. First, second, and third here in the second. 3-0 pitch coming. That's going to be inside. It's a strike, 3-1. That is a good pitch across the inside corner, good enough to be a strike. To extend the at-bat for Jake Pike. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded, second inning. Rams have scored twice already. And that one's going to be inside, and Pike will muscle that for a base hit. Second run's going to be waved around. Here comes Campbell. Here comes Millwood. They'll throw to the plate. It'll be first and third on the 2 RBI single, and the Rams take a 5-2 lead. However, one of the runner on the bases, Zach Brookman, still belongs to Frappin. So the book's still not close yet on the freshman, but the Rams have a 5-2 lead on an inside jamming pitch that somehow Pike muscles into shallow right field for a 2 RBI single. That'll bring in the designated hitter, Tyler Morgan. Grounded out to third as last time. Been a bright spot on the Rams pitching staff that took a tough loss to Marion on Tuesday. Worked a 3-hitter Gave up a home run in the top of the first to Chandler Ream. The wind blew it out. It was one of those days. Then Marion went on to one-hit the Rams. That was one of those where Morgan he pitched masterfully, but just couldn't come up with a win. That's going to be behind the back of Morgan on the first pitch he sees as the Rams have batted around here in the second, and the count is 1-0. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. 2 came across on that Jake Pike single. Chance for a big inning here for the Rams as they can get some 2-out hits working. And thus far they have. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Morgan digs back in. The pitch for King is set. That one is going to just miss his left knee. It's inside 2-0 to the right-handed Morgan. Community First Bank of the Heartland is home of your one account. It's free checking and high-yield interest. Ask about one checking because one means more. Community First Bank of the Heartland. King set out of the stretch. Looks third. Over the shoulder first. Back to third. Now home, and here comes the pitch inside. Yeah, it's been at the lettering. It's going to be 3-0 here to Morgan with Derek Hayes in the on-deck circle. So Hayes got roughed up in the first. Will not factor into the decision. He was off the hook practically as soon as he came out just because of not going the full inning. And here it comes, right down the middle. It's 3-1 to Morgan. Good eye to lay off and not be over-aggressive. See what happens. I should say good mind, not good eye. Runners in the corners, 2 gone. It's 5-2 ball game, and that one's going to be in the buttocks of Morgan. So either way, Morgan will get on board because it's inside, but it walks him on the left cheek, and down to first base he'll go with the bases loaded. So the Rams will send their 10th batter to the plate here in the inning. It'll be Derek Hayes. He lit off with a 6-3 ground out, and now has a chance for multiple runs batted in with the bases loaded and 2 out. Ridley College has over 100 European certificate programs to choose from, or from which to choose, depending upon how you look at it. Find out which is right for you at rlc.edu. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the top of the second, and now Hayes will lay off of one in the dirt outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Derek. Derek started as a pitcher and then ended up over at third base, but not quite as interesting as the route that Sam Storman took. Left field to third, the pitcher. 1-0 coming to Hayes out of the windup. Low strike. That was a good pitch, good fastball for George Predikin. It's a 1.33 ERA and a 1-1 mark. This is his 4th appearance of the year. And now out of the windup, the 1-1 count. Took something off. That could be trouble. Nope. Easy ground ball for Mitch Harlan. He'll step on the third base bag. The Rams will strand the bases loaded, but not before scoring 4 to make it a 5-2 Ram lead. This is Mount Vernon Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new one account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get on a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And welcome back on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo with you. Danny Jaworski on assignment as we near the top of the 5 o'clock hour. WMIX News at 5 will be FM only today. So we can bring you Mount Vernon Rams baseball. We head to the bottom of the second. For the Lancers will be Mitch Harlan, Jacob Parker, and Dominic Blaylock, 8-9-1 in the East lineup. They trail 5-2 as the Rams push 4 across the plate, but stranded the bases loaded in the frame. Not quite the route they wanted to take, but here comes the pitch. It's going to be up, and it'll be 1-0 to start things off to Harlan. Let's see, here comes. Ooh. Be low on that one. 2 balls, no strikes to Harlan. Parker on deck for East. And all of their facilities right here in one location. On the pitch, slow again. 2-0 becomes 3-0. Rams got 4 runs on 4 hits in the inning. Then stranded the bases loaded. 3-0 catches the outside corner of the right-handed Harlan. The count now becomes 3 balls and a strike. You can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Speaking of WMIX Sports, our mobile studios are driven by King City Chrysler Center. As the 3-1 pitch leads to a walk, it was in the dirt. King City Chrysler's home to your express lane, faster oil changes and more. Service without an appointment. You can find it right there, walk right on in most cases. 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. 5-2 score. Rams on top here in the bottom of the second. Runner on and nobody out. Sam Storman came on in relief in the bottom of the first, and now we'll fire one low and away. Count is 1-0 to Jacob Parker. Rams got out of the inning thanks to a 4-6 double play. It was a soft line in the middle, and he quickly turned 2 using that head. Is this going to be a 1-0? It'll see its way through the left side. Past the shallow third baseman, and first and second go your runners. So 2 on and nobody out for the orange and black. And now East is looking for a nice inning. Dustin Stone will now bat in the leadoff spot. 5-2 ball game, 2 on and nobody out in the bottom of the second. Rams on top for how much longer with the tying run at the plate, nobody out. Good stop by Weber. It's going to be a 1-0 count. It's high. It started to slide away. So 1 ball and no strikes with 2 aboard. Pitch on the way from Storman. Swung a miss by Stone, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Next Rams baseball game will be Tuesday. The Rams will travel to Althoff. So will the Lady Rams, for that matter. As we await the 1-1 pitch, here it comes. Swung on a miss, good fastball, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 on and nobody out. We're here in the bottom of the second inning from Lancer Stadium. Center fielder Jones pretty well straight away. It's a pitch in the dirt, gets stopped by Weber, and the count evens itself up at 2-2. 4 second inning runs for the Rams with the difference thus far. They're on top 5-2. They took a 1-0 lead in the bottom half of the first inning. The 2 Lancer runs gave them a 2-1 lead, and now the 2-2 pitch on the way. Good backhanded stop by the catcher Weber. On a pitch outside in the dirt, the count's full to Stone. Full count, nobody out, 2 on. We're going to try to check on the runner at second. They pick him off. Harlan caught napping off the second base bag, and the Rams will get their first out of the inning and get the lead runner off of the base pass. The Rams have a tendency to pick off runners from second, and that continues there, and they didn't even need the fake play to do it. The full count, 1 on, 1 out. Now the tide is somewhat turned here in the second, and Storman will fire. This one's going to be lifted into center. Plenty of real estate for Jones as he will get back and can't get the grab. Bounces near the wall. He'll fire a quick one in. It'll be second and third on the 1-out double. So just as the Rams get a bit of a sigh, or basically exhale a little bit, take a deep breath after getting the runner picked off a second, they give up a double, and now it's second and third. But I guess if you wanted to kind of take a look at the silver lining, the fact that that runner wasn't on second means no run crosses the plate. So instead of being an RBI double and advancing the runners with nobody out, at least it's second and third and 1 out if you're a Rams fan. Storman trying to get the Rams out of the inning as in steps Howard, and Howard takes the first pitch strike across the outside corner for 0-1. Reached on an error his last time up. Both teams do have 1 defensive flaw apiece. in this 5-2 ball game. 5 runs on 6 hits for the Rams. Now here comes the pitch that's in the dirt. 1-1 count. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Lancers. They've stranded 3. The Rams have stranded 4. 3 trips in a row to St. Clair County for the Rams. They'll come back to Alsop and Cahokia next week as the 1-1 counts. Pitch in the dirt, and thankfully didn't go too far, but it's 2-1 to Sheldon Howard. Cahokia kind of gets a bad rap. If you go to their baseball facility at the old Sauget Field, probably one of the nicer baseball parks in the area. As Weber's hand doesn't feel too good, the home plate umpire going to do him a courtesy, dust off the plate, talk to him for a little bit. Will allow him to recover from whatever may have happened. Kind of the courtesy that umpires and catchers will provide each other. 2-1 is the count of the batter, Howard. He reached on an error and scored back in the first inning. Right now stands to have an RBI chance. Rams certainly going to hope that Thomas is okay. How the complexion would change if he had to come out. Don't even want to say it, let alone think it. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 aboard here in the bottom half of the second. Tying around the plate for the Lancers. So now Sam Storman stands to try to get the Rams out of it. Here it comes. Fouled off, first base side, now right field line side. It'll be out of play, and the count will leave it at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Scoreboard updates throughout the afternoon. Presented by your State Farm agent, Tony Wills. We'll get you some scores from around the area here in just a moment. This one's going to be fouled off. A couple of Rams opponents. Highland leads Effingham 3-2 in the top of the third. Orso Fallon leads Civic Memorial 5-1. That one is in this. That's after the second. And this one could change here. Tough hop for Hayes. He'll keep it nearby and keep the runner at third, and that's going to be a blazing hard-hit ball. And the first base, and that one was going to be tough. That one just took a bad hop. So the base is loaded for the Lancers with 1 out here. For the Rams, there's an out anywhere. Tony Wilt, you can find him online at TonyWilt.com. Look for the white State Farm Jeep around town, or stop in and see Tony on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower. Anthony Wilt, your State Farm agent, gets to better state. Pitch will miss up to Parker Hendricks. Ground into a 5 and assisted fielder's choice. Braden Smith was worse for wear after that as he chased the runner down to home plate. Had to come out of the game after making the tag. The 1-0 comes inside. That'll jam the batter. That's sky high down the third base side. Weber and Hayes give chase, and that is actually going to bounce around the concession stand. It'll be 1-0. Good effort by the Ram catcher and third baseman. The answer to that, Avery Barton, is yes. Don't make me type. But I will anyway. That's what I do. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases loaded here in the bottom half of the second. A 5-2 ball game. Rams up 3, but for how much longer as Parker Hendricks, the third hitter for third spot in the order, I should say, where the Lancers steps in with a mega RBI opportunity. Bases loaded. The 1-1's going to scoot just outside for a 2-1 count. Just in the bottom half of the second here, we're already an hour into this ball game. Progressing at a snail's pace. Storman will fire, and this one is going to be a soft blooper. Picked up by Millwood, and did he get the... Yeah, he did. It did not touch the ground first, and that is going to be a 4-3 double play. And again, the Lancers strand the bases loaded. 3-2, it's 5-2 Rams. This is Malcolm to Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Bill, where are we going? We're trying to find my ATM.
We just passed an ATM.
But that's not my ATM. I lose $4 if it's not my ATM.
Make any ATM your ATM. Introducing free Kasasa Checking with monthly rewards like cash and ATM fees back in your pocket. Visit trykasasa.com. K-A-S-A-S-A.
Kasasa is carried locally at People's National Bank or online at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
Bad credit, no problem. Auto Mart of Salem is here to help. Auto Mart of Salem is your local shop here, pay here headquarters. Quality cars, vans, SUVs, and trucks in stock now. All credit applications are accepted. Shop here and pay here at Auto Mart of Salem, 1819 West Main, Salem, Illinois. Shop online at automartofsalem.com or call us at 618-548-8611.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
And welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo. So today, Denny Zerwinski is on assignment. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. For the Rams here, as they somehow get out of that second unscathed as East strands the bases loaded. Wanted a bit of an opportunity there. Let's see what happens. As the first pitch is Zach Giants. Could be over the head of the left fielder, Stone, and that's going to get to the fence. Giants will try to stroll to second base with a leadoff double. On 2 for 2 today is Zach Giants. Remarkable. That'll bring in Connor Story in with an RBI chance. Runner on second base, nobody out here at the top of the third. This inning is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, home of that one account featuring free checking and high yield interest. Runner King concerned with the runner on second and fires outside as a result. On a pitch that is well outside, a good stop by the catcher, and the count is 1-0. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. 1-0 the count, and now it's 1-1. A good pitch inside corner of the Story. Down evens itself up. Runner on second, nobody out. 1-1 the count. Oh, Story got the bat low, trying to get himself aboard and advance the runner on the bunt. Popped up in the foul territory. The ability to bunt used to be a right, not a privilege, but that seems to have flipped around here in recent years. This is more of a privileged ability as opposed to an American right. 1-2 the count. Runner on second, and this will be a chip shot just past the mid of the pitch. The second baseman, Howard, will pick it up. More of a swinging bunt. It's 4-3 is your first out, but over to third base will go Giants. So Blake Jones will stand in. Almost called him Zach. Good thing I caught myself. If he and his brother did reverse names, of course, he'd be one of 3 Zachs of the team, but he's Blake, his brother Zach, and there you go. 1 out, a runner on third. Here comes the pitch inside. BJ's going to take it. It'll be 1-0. 13 minutes past the 5 o'clock hour here from Lancer Field in Belleville. So glad you could join us today for Rams baseball. Beautiful day as the Rams lead the Lancers 5-2 with a runner on third and 1 out in the top of this third inning. As the pitch comes, Jones gets a piece of it. That'll be past the diving shortstop. Good effort by Horner. And Jones gets an RBI single to make it 6-2. That'll bring up Ryan Campbell with a runner on first. Campbell ground into a fielder's choices last time, but stayed aboard first and was able to come in to score in that 4-run second inning. Struck out his first at bat, but now has Jones on first. 1 out in the top of this third inning as the Rams have scored in every inning. Lead is 6-2. Curveball, what a beaut. Came just off of the inside corner. The count is 0-1 to Campbell. Rams sent 10 batters to the plate in the second. As it's a quick 0-1 count. 0-1. It's just going to be a ground ball to short. Looking to turn 2 to second for 1. Not going to get the other. It's 6-4 as the fielder's choice force. 4 out, number 2. So again, it's Jones who gets the bad luck on the base pass. Two outs and a runner aboard for the Rams. 6-2 is the Mount Vernon lead, and steps Reed Millwood, who actually had an RBI single this last time, up the Texas leader on the right. And now gets ahead here, 1 ball and no strikes. Second Chance Auto, one of our great Ram Booster sponsors. You can find them on Route 142 East of Mount Vernon. No fancy sales or gimmicks, just honest deals and make rate financing for all, as well as the largest selection of pre-owns priced at $10,000 in one location. It was a pitch out on a curveball. 2-0 is the count to Millwood now, as stealing second base is Ryan Campbell. I think we all kind of thought he was out, but either somehow got past the attempted tag, or if he did feel the tag, he's selling it as if he didn't. But I think from this perspective here, and to my right and to my left, it appeared as if he was out, but the Rams will play on. Time is granted to Millwood. Apologies, it's a 1-1 count. 2 outs, runner on second, an RBI chance for Millwood to extend this 6-2 Vernoy lead. King looks back, and now this will be fouled off. Right behind us, good Friday crowd on hand to take this one in. A nice park they have with permanent seating, stadium style. 1-2 is the count. 2 outs and the runner on second. 6-2 ball game. King looks back at the runner. Campbell on second, comes home. And that was be softly hit to the shortstop. Horner will pick up, fire across the diamond. A great throw it is to retire the side. As we head to the bottom of the third, it's 6-2 Mount Vernon. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area, so a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And welcome you back on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo with you. Danny Zerwinski is on assignment. Avery Barton back at our Mount Vernon studio, though now I think it's a ghost man for the moment. 6-2 scores we head to the bottom half of the third inning. Kevin Horner, Drew Milas, and Freddie Shanuel due up for the Lancers. The Rams got another run across the plate in the top half of the inning. They've been very successful thus far today with 6 runs on 8 hits. They have stranded 5 runners, though, but hasn't appeared to be too disadvantageous as we head to this bottom half of the inning. Community First Bank of the Heartland welcomes you back to personal banking, also your home for one checking, free checking, high-yield interest from your market leader in Jefferson County, Community First Bank in Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ida. First pitch is low for a ball to Kevin Horner. Storman has pitched pretty effectively, got out of some jams. Some great defense. That's fouled off third base side. It'll be 1-1. Came on in relief of Derek Hayes. Stands to be the winner at this point. We're looking for his second full inning of work here. Feels like it's much later in the ball game than it is. The left-hander Horner will ground one to Pike. The left-handed first baseman will pick it up and step on the bag. There's some jubilant cheering going on from the JV field. Sounds like a home crowd. No scoreboard over there. The Rams and Lancers playing a JV game behind us. Millis will stand in, the catcher, with nobody on and one out here in the third, trying to chip away at the 6-2 deficit. And now we'll foul tip a fastball to the middle of the catcher, Weber, and it's 0-1. Tomorrow morning, the Saturday Sports Show will come your way right after the 8 o'clock news here on WMIX, WMIXsports.com, as this is going to be just off the plate outside to the left-handed catcher, 1-1. 6 runs, 8 hits, as the 1-1 pitch is fouled off to become 1-2. 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, 5 stranded for the Rams. Six runs on 5 hits, 1 error, 6 stranded now for the Lancers. Pitch and round is a curveball. Waiting for it was Millis, and that'll fall into center field for a base hit. So 1 out single puts the runner aboard for the designated hitter. And now the Lancers try to make something happen here in their half of the third. Shanuel will stand in with the runner on first, 1 out. And a great opportunity against Sam Storman. Center fielder Jones shading ever so slightly towards right for the left-handed batter. And here comes the pitch on the way, and it's going to hit the outside corner for 0-1 to Shanuel. Walked his last time. Never got past first base. Rams hoping to keep Millis from getting past first base here in this bottom half of the third, up 6-2. Storman's set, and this one is going to poke its way through the left side of the infield, halfway between the shortstop and third baseman. And so back-to-back one-out singles puts runners on first and second for the Lancers as Austin Wilson will come to the plate. He lined into a 4-6 double play his last time. That ended the threat in the first inning. It's a soft liner. That's actually how the second inning ended for the Lancers, except it went 4-3 instead, as Millwood has been money off the soft liners. So 1 out, 2 aboard for Belleville East here in the home half of the third, trailing 6-2. As the tying runs in the on-deck circle, and a pitch high is going to miss, 1-0. Austin Wilson, the first baseman. A good opportunity, and now he'll hit a ground ball to second off the hop. Millwood over to second for 1. Won't have a chance with the runner at first, so 4-6 will go to the fielder's choice forced out. Shanuel is out at second as Wilson takes a spot on first. It'll be runners at the corners. So it'll be up to Mitch Harlan. He walked, so was picked off at second, back in the second inning. Gets another try here in the third. Runners on first and third with 1 out. Storman out of the stretch, will overthrow a fastball. Good stop by Weber, and it's a 1-0 count. He's overthrew it, went straight to the ground. As there is action in the Ram bullpen. 1 ball, no strikes. This one is going to be lifted into center. Shouldn't be a problem for Blake Jones. And there we go. That'll retire the side here in the third. It's 6-2 Rams. This is Mountain Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Registration for summer classes at Rindley College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Rindley College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Rindley College, your journey starts here.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com, as we head to the top of the fourth. For the Rams, it'll be 3, 4, and 5, so the meat of the order due up with a 6-2 lead. Rams baseball, of course, is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. 5 Jefferson County branches. A responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Both friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs. Let Community First Bank be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking. Then for FDIC, it'll be up to Thomas Weber to start it off, and then the top of the fourth, he'll take an inside strike as the right-hander falls behind 0-1. Singleton scored in the first, walked, and was stranded in the second. And now, Frederick King gets set out of the windup, throws over the head of Weber to even things up 1-1. Rangers have scored in every inning to this point. See if they can keep that streak alive here in the fourth. Frederick King is the second pitcher for the Crusaders, out for his first full inning of work. Second inning of work, I should say. He'll miss up. It'll be 2-1 to Thomas. Jake Pike on deck, Tyler Morgan to follow. And we'll see what happens in Tim Holloway's lineup after that as we wait the 2-1. Here it comes. Toward the dugout. Probably up to Jake Pike to get it. Nope, he's going to let somebody from the dugout. They'll get there about the same time, so the tie will go to Dalton Beck. 2-2 the count to Weber. Nobody on, nobody out as he gets it started here in the top of the fourth from Lancer Stadium. Chris Hugo with you, Avery Barton back in our Mount Vernon studio. As we near the bottom of the hour, this is going to be low and away. No, it's going to catch the outside corner for a backwards K. All right. Okay. Think of your east, you're saying, where was that earlier? So Jake will stand in with 1 out, nobody on. He has 3 runs batted in on a pair of base hits today. And now it's a hanging curveball that gets just underneath it. In the right center field it'll go. It gets underneath it for the grab. There's your second out. So 2 outs, the base is empty now for Tyler Morgan. Morgan's the designated hitter today. As Hayes will step into the on-deck circle with nobody aboard for Morgan. Primarily pitched this year, did some catching last year. In rare instances, as that'll get through the legs of the Lancer catcher Millis. A 1-0 count for Tyler Morgan. Did some catching in instances like a couple headers last year. 1-0 count, and this is going to be ripped to the left field, and that'll drop for a base hit. So a 2-out single for Morgan will bring in Derek Hayes. There were cases last year, of course, where it might be a doubleheader, and they might want to throw Weber in a pitching capacity as opposed to catch him after Colin Young would do his duties. Grants have typically been blessed with great catching. And all the way back, at least I'm just going back since when we've been doing games, not before. Of course, Brian Stipe, and then Grant Garrett, and then Colin Young and Thomas Weber. Aaron Morgan a factor. Tyler Morgan did some catching last year as the 1-0 comes inside to Hayes, 1-0. His first pitch inside. 2 outs and a runner on first in the top of the fourth. It's a 6-2 ball game. Chris Hugo with you. Avery Barton again back in our Mount Vernon studio. Glad you've joined us. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports as the 1-0 is waved at and missed for 1-1. Giants in the on-deck circle has got aboard twice. He singled and scored in the second. Doubled and scored in the third, and now wants to get on a chance to hit here in the fourth. Out of the stretch, Frederick King. Pitcher looks back to runner on first. Now a fastball. Looks like it caught the plate. Was it low? 2 balls and 1 strike to Derek Hayes. Hayes didn't quite have an auspicious start to the game in the first. Lasted a third of an inning. Storman came in and helped take some of the pressure off. Hayes goes back to third base where he's been effective. And now we await the 2-1 to Derek. Frederick King out of the stretch inside. It's low. They throw behind the runner. Almost gets away on a throw outside the line. And it's 3-1 to Derek Hayes. Unless I missed the strike mechanic. 3 balls, 1 strike. Derek Hayes, runner on first, 2 outs in the inning, and that's going to be hit the dirt. That'll bring in Zach Gines. Gines has hit the ball well today. Again, singled back in the second, doubled in the third. Now gets another opportunity to bat here in the fourth with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position here. The runners are on first and second with 2 outs. Rudder King set. He'll stay out of the stretch. The right-hander throws a curveball just across the inside portion of the plate. It's 0-1 to Giants. Connor Story on deck. As the Rams do here as we head to the bottom half of the fourth after this half inning. Hoping that'll be a while yet as the center fielder is toward left center. And now, Rudder King thought he was set. Looks back now, comes with it. This is going to be hard. Hit a foul ball down the third base line. Good effort by Harlan. Going to count quickly 0-2 to Giants, who's really put the bat to the ball. Off of the bench today, believe it or not. Was not originally scheduled to play, and then a freak injury to Braden Smith took him out. Story came in the third. Giants goes out in the left, and the rest, as they say, is history. 6-2 score, 2 on, 2 out, and that's going to be a curveball, low, but it punches the ticket of Giants. So there go the Rams as they strand a pair. Here in the fourth, through 3.5, it's 6-2. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get in a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Find us on Facebook. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Welcome back to Lansers Stadium. Chris Hugo with you at WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Just past the bottom of the 5 o'clock hour. We'll take care of that in just a moment. As it will be Parker, Stone, and Howard to start things off. 9-1-2 as Stormant's back out. First pitch of the fastball in the dirt for 1-0. Rams have 6 runs on 9 hits. They've stranded 7 runners today. Thankfully, that has not been a factor. Fastball right down the middle, and it's 1-1 to Parker. Big track made a triad today, what I saw. Hopefully my reading comprehension in check today. That's a ground ball to third. Stopped by Hayes. Double pumps, fires over. And that'll get Parker 5-3. We'll pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
WMIX Sports is WMIX Mount Vernon and all of Southern Illinois. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome you back. Of course, a quick score update for you. At the top of the fourth, or at midway through 4, Carbondale leads Mascoutah 3-0. Dandy of the ball game. Mascoutah, of course, had a hot start to the season, but have slowed some since. As a fastball will miss high to Dustin Stone. Stone just a junior. And here comes the 1-0. Ooh, across the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike to Stone. Stone doubled his last time. It was stranded. It was all the way back in the second inning. 1-1's the count with nobody on, nobody out. Or nobody on, 1 out, I should say. As the second batter of the inning, as this is going to look like a missed low. 2-1. Storman came on in a tough spot back in the first with only 1 out. As the 2-1 comes, hard hit, but a ground ball to Campbell. And the dirt, he'll pick it up, fires across. And 6-3 will be out number 2. Community First Bank of the Heartland has that one checking. You should check it out. Free checking, high-yield interest. One means more. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. They are your official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. First pitch will be fouled off by Sheldon Howard. He is 1 for 2 today. Reached on an error and then singled. Of course, Highland still leads Effingham on the baseball side, 3-2 in the top of the 5th. Next pitch will be pounded, but just misses. Steven the count at 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th. Rams up 6-2. Didn't score for the first time today in the top half of the frame as this is fouled off over toward the first base dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Howard. Fallon leads Civic now 5-1. That's through 4. 1-2 pitch on the way, and that is going to be a fly ball in the center field. Jones will have to backpedal a bit, but he'll make the grab. And 1, 2, 3 go the Lancers here in the 4th. It's 6-2 Mount Vernon. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
You hear about truck months? Well, 2014 is already setting up to be a truck year. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ram truck dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. Backed by popular demand, ABC Ally Financing is back. All 2014 Ram Quad Cab Express, Bighorn, and Outdoorsman models qualify for this program. Not only do you get a $2,500 rebate, Ally Financial will give you $3,000 on top of that. That's $5,500 in total discounts, plus you will get a low finance rate for up to 84 months. Payments could be as low as $350 on a new 2014 Ram Quad Cab truck. Come see one of our sales associates who will help you find any other qualifying discounts. Hurry to King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or browse our inventory online at kingcitychryslercenter.com.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com, as we head to the top of the 5th. Rams will have the 8, 9, and 1 spots to up. Connor Story, Blake Jones, and Ryan Campbell. Should anybody get aboard, we'll see Reed Millwood. The Rams right now lead 6-2. 6 runs, of course, on 9 hits. They've stranded 7. Of course, the Lancers have just 2 runs on 7 hits. They've stranded 8. As the first pitch of the inning to the lefty Story just misses for a ball. Redder King came on in relief with 2 outs in the second. Wasn't responsible for any of the runs. And now Story will lift one towards left field. Stone will make it almost a diving grab. Tim Holloway trying to argue a fair ball. Doesn't get the call as the footing of Stone was actually in fair territory when he went after it. But they give a foul ball, and that'll be a 1-1 count. Tim Holloway trying to plead his case. It's a good case to plead. But the argument falls upon deaf ears, and it's 1-1. That's a heck of an effort by Stone. On the run, gave great effort, great hustle. Just going to come up with it. 1-1 to count. Here comes. Now Story going to try for a bunt up the first base side. Off the mound comes King. Throws over to first. And 1-3, just like that, as Blake Jones will stand in. With 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 5th inning. Rams on top, 6-2 if you're just joining us. We are in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square at 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. You can view all of their inventory online at fordsquare.com. You can schedule your service appointments as well. Well, BJ stands in, had an RBI single his last time up. He's 2 for 2. However, fielder's choice opportunities have erased him from the base pass twice today as a curveball will drop and miss 1-0. Something. Jones would get aboard twice, and then tough luck for Ryan Campbell with ground in the fielder's choices. As that'll hit Jones inside. So Jones will take a spot. And maybe getting aboard this way will keep him on longer. We'll find out with 1 on and 1 out for Ryan Campbell. He follows us on Twitter, so should you, at WMIX Sports. Runner on and one out at the top of the fifth. Rams hanging on to a 6-2 lead. Be a decent statement win if they can hang on. A win would mean the first 3-game winning streak of the year. As the Rams got back above 500 for the first time this year on Thursday afternoon, otherwise known as yesterday. Runner on first, one gone. Ryan Campbell here in the fifth will dig back in against Fredericking. And this one is going to be a ground ball left side. Some problems possibly for Horner. Tough throw across the diamond. Off the back comes the first baseman, and the Rams are going to need 6. That'll be the second East error of the afternoon, and the Rams have 2 aboard and 1 out for Reed Millwood. So an opportunity for Millwood with 2 on and 1 out. Runners on first and second. 5th inning action from Lancer Stadium. 6-2 is your Lancer deficit. Set out a stretch. Good curveball. Works off of the inside corner. A pitch. It's nothing to want. JV game would appear to be over. And here comes a tap foul ball. So digging back in, Reed Millwood down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, 6-2 ball game. Rams on top, looking to add more with runners on first and second. Fredericking out of the stretch. Right-hander set as he looks back towards second base. Now an off-speed pitch. The breaking pitch will be popped up first base side underneath of Wilson. Good footwork there to make the grab, and there's your second out for Thomas Weber with 2 on. So Thomas Weber will stand in. See what he's able to do today. Feel like they've kind of kept him at bay, walking him in the second. He got a single back in the first. The right-handed power bat. 2 outs and inning, 2 aboard. Here comes, maybe not, here comes now the pitch. Curveball inside. That call's been there, and it's 0-1. Red Lake College powers our video streaming. It'll return for sports with high school football against Taylorville Week 1 in 2014. It also comes back for the Mount Vernon Township High School commencement exercises on May 24th. Red Lake College powers that. Yeah, you can save thousands of dollars on your college education at rlc.edu. Another low strike to Weber. And quickly it's 0-2. Two on, 2 out, top 5. Rams up 4 at 6-2. All those numbers thrown at you. Now with 2 on and 2 out, let's see what Weber can do here down in the count. Fredericking fires in. Weber waits for it. Tomahawks a swing. Third baseman just has a step on the bag, but Jones almost beat him there. But 5 and assist will end the Ram threat here in the 5th. It's 6-2 Mount Vernon. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon.
Right now, we have our best selection ever of low-mileage factory program cars. Save thousands over new. Most are still under factory warranty with low interest rates and big discounts. We will work with you to figure out a payment plan that fits your budget. We have the most professional sales staff around. The same people who sell you your beautiful vehicle will be there for you after the sale. Come see us today.
Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball.
Welcome you back on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo with you. Danny Nowinski is on assignment today as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Right now, the Rams with a 6-2 lead. Of course, for the Lancers here in this half inning, we will see Parker Hendricks, Kevin Horner, Drew Millis. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 in the Lancer lineup. Sam Storman comes out for another inning. Pitched pretty effectively. Had a rough spot to come in. Has handled it with ease. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams Athletics. Popped up sky high, left side, skin of the grass. No problem for Ryan Campbell. That's the first out of the inning. So one pitch, one out. You love that. See what the Rams can do with the rest of it. So lefty, Horner will stand in. He's 1 for 2. Had an RBI single his first time. And takes the first pitch strike across the plate. It'll be 0-1. Comes the 0-1 pitch, front footed. Ends up over the head, foul, 0-2. Winning Edge is one of our Rams Booster sponsors. Of course, baseball and softball season are here, but what about your corporate season? Make the call to the bullpen for Winning Edge's high-quality embroidered apparel to equip your employee team in style. Winning Edge, downtown Mount Vernon. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on, the bottom of the 5th. Rams up 4, and a pitch will miss high. High and outside to the left-handed Horner. Horner had that RBI single we told you back in the first. 3 unassisted is how he was retired back in the third. So now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Next one on the way. That's going to go opposite way in the left field. Could be trouble. Ooh, gets stopped by Giants. Had to back up. It will be a single, but that's all for Horner. That'll bring in Drew Millis with a runner on. Next 2 ball game. Runner on and 1 out for the Lancers. In will step the left-handed catcher Millis, who's reached twice today. He walked and singled. And now he'll take a first pitch fastball up and away for ball 1. So 1-0 to count now. Of course, if you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Dixon and Woodlawn and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. Here comes the next one. Could be a blooper in the left center field, and it will. Jones will get there to pick it up, and it'll be back-to-back 1-out base hits here in the Lancer lineup for Brady Shanuel. Back at it tomorrow morning for the Saturday Sports Show, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. Here on AM 940, just after the 8 o'clock news. 2 on and 1 out. This is going to be slammed in the center field. No problem for Blake Jones. He'll make the quick throw to his shortstop Campbell to keep the runners at bay. Samuel flies out for the second out. That'll bring in Austin Wilson. Austin Wilson stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning, 6-2 ball game. Tying run on deck for the Lancers. Here comes the pitch from Storman. This will be a ground ball. Should be a problem for Millwood. He'll fire across. And stranding 2 do the Lancers here in the 5th, 6-2 Rams. This is Mount Vernon Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Hi, I saw your ad for a checking account that earns interest on my money.
Oh, yes, that's our plutonium account, and it requires $50,000 to open.
What? How am I supposed to grow my money when I can't even afford to open the account?
Introducing Kasasa, free checking, where even the smallest balance earns high yields, plus refunds on ATM fees nationwide. Try Kasasa.com. K-A-S-A-S-A.
Kasasa is carried locally at People's National Bank or online at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
Registration for summer classes at Rendley College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Rendley College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Rendley College, your journey starts here.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. We have a new Lancer pitcher. Looks like Andrew Schneider, the left-hand, will be taking the mound. So that'll close the book on Jordan Predeking, as Andrew Schneider will take over here for the 5th inning, 6th inning even. For the Rams, they will see 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup. Part of the order with a 6-2 lead. You can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We encourage you to do so. So Pike will lead it off for the Rams, presented by Community First Bank in the Heartland. One checking. That's free checking and high-yield interest. One means more at Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Here comes the first pick, tipped by Pike. Not a bad effort by Predeking in relief. Say his numbers in just a moment. As the next one to Pike is going to be right through the right side of the infield. And that'll be a leadoff single for Jake as he gets aboard again. He's 3 for 4. Tyler Morgan will stand in, and here comes the pitch on the way. Inside and low, it's a 1-0 count to the Ram designated hitter. He got on. He was hit in the back, I believe. Back in the second. He singled in the 4th. Brown out his first time up and has a chance with the runner on and nobody out. Schneider, the pitcher, the lefty, out of this left-handed stretch. Just soft hit ground ball to third. Should be a problem. Over to first it goes at 5-3. We'll be here first down. It's the second base. We'll go to Jake Pike. Predeking went 4 1/3, allowing 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 1 walk and 1 strikeout. This will be Derek Hayes for the runner in scoring position. 1 out here for the Rams. We're in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler. Home of the Express Lane, fast oil change to the more. It's service without an appointment. See the folks at King City Chrysler Center. They'll be waiting for you, 1603 Broadway. JV game is over. We'll work to get you a final. Carbondale now leads the Scuda 5-0. That's in the top of the 5th. The Terriers are a pretty good team, looking to go to 10-3 on the year if they get the win. Rams, meanwhile, looking to go 2 games above 500. Pitch in round. Took something off, but Hayes will swing and miss, and it's 0-1. 1 gone, a runner aboard. It's an RBI chance for Derek Hayes. What a third of an inning. Wrapped up. It's done a solid job defensively at third. And the offense has been there at times this season. As we wait for the 0-1 pitch, the Ram third baseman looking back at the runner, Schneider. Now fires a fastball low. It's swung on a miss for 0-2. Saturday Sports Show tomorrow. We'll talk with Tim Holloway, Rams baseball coach, as well as Lance Bolt, Lady Rams softball coach. We'll talk Annie softball with Mallory Calling. Orphans baseball with Matt Kottmeyer. Also talk to Waltonville Athletic Director Eric Widges, McLeansboro Foxes boys basketball coach Keith Welch. As Pike is going. Looks like it was a strike on the outside corner, but it's going to be a ball. So no call was made as Pike swipes third. The count is 1-2. See John Shadowitz, SVW Track. Should be our lineup. We'll also have the WMIX Sports social media question tomorrow. Give you our answers. We'll make sure to do that. Find it on Facebook tomorrow morning. 1-2 Kelvin Hayes will pop this one sky high. Could be a souvenir. And it will. We'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, a runner on third base for the Rams. As suddenly our area became the most popular at Lancer Stadium. Should have had video streaming so you could see it. Video streaming when it returns is presented by Ren Lake College. Over 100 degree and certificate programs from which to choose. See which is right for you at rlc.edu and apply online while you're there. 1-2 the count, 1 gone. Runner on third, and that's going to bounce around the dirt. 2-2 to Derek Hayes, who walked his last time, but was stranded on first base along with Tyler Morgan on second. This time it's Pike on third. And just the 1 out here in the top of the 6th, the Rams are looking for some insurance. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Left-handed pitcher Schneider. Here comes. Wish I could accurately portray and describe the Belleville East baseball fans. They look kind of like those infomercial-esque jean sweatpants. From this perspective, they're very, very dark gray. 2-2 coming. If Hagar ever got in the business of skinny dress pants, this would be their graphite variety, as it's 3-2 nowadays. Or doctors, what have you. Definitely not stuff you see me wearing around the powerhouse, I can tell you that, Avery. Full count, 1 gone. Runner on third, and that's going to be smacked foul down the third base line to stay alive. Good at bat by Hayes, been productive. Considering that he had an 0-2 count, he's fouled a few off, he's choked up on the bat. Looking to bring the runner Pike home from third base with 1 out in this top of the 6th. Still a 6-2 Ram lead. Here comes on the way, and he will golf at it. Missed. First base open, but the tag applied on the drop ball. And that'll be your 2nd out, and that hurts a little bit. Zach Giles hit the ball hard. Was the benefactor of an awkward strike zone his last time up. I say benefactor, tongue-in-cheek. With 2 outs, runner on third. A chance to get a run in. Still for the Rams, Schneider, the left-handed pitcher. Of course, lefties have given the Ram fits except for today. And Giants works ahead here, 1-0. Story in the on-deck circle for the Rams. Looking to get to 8-6-1. This will come inside corner. It's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on third base. If you're just joining us from Lancer Stadium at Belleville, here comes Schneider. Let's go, and that's going to see its way through. And Zach Giles gets another base hit today. He's 3 for 4 with the RBI single. Giles had a pretty good play at the plate. It's probably between him and Jake Pike for player of the game honors. Of course, with an offensive day like this, it's often tough to choose. Yesterday we went to co-players of the game a day ago. Rams now have 11 base hits on the day. They lead at 7-2. Curveball going to miss outside to counter Story. Seven 11-1 for the Rams, 2-9-2 for the Lancers. Hits runs there, or runs hit theirs. And now it's going to be over the head of the lefty. Story gets ahead here, 2 balls and no strikes. Oh, in the dirt, it's 3-0 now to counter Story. Obligatory 3-1 off of the 3-0 pitch. 2 outs and a runner on first. Rams on top 7-2 over the Lancers. This top half of inning number 6. 3-1, make it 3-2. The count full on a pitch off the outside corner. Tony Wilt Powers, our scoreboard updates. You can find them online at TonyWilt.com. Find him in his office on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower, or look for the white State Farm Keep around town and get you a better state. Almost better state time for the Lancers, but that one was just off the plate. It's a 2-out ball. That'll keep the inning alive as Blake Jones will come in. He's reached base all 3 times today. He's 2 for 2. Single and RBI, single, and hit on the elbow his last time. Rams basketball coach, JV baseball coach Scott Gamber. Nearby at the concession stand, hoping he'd give me a JV score. Pitch will come inside corner, 0-1. Jones has runners on first and second and 2 outs here in the 6th of a 7-2 ball game. Rams are on top. This one looking to go the distance. As Schneider is set out of the stretch. Here comes. It's on the way. Picks up off it, but a slow comebacker. Schneider will fire over to first, and that'll retire the side on the 1-3 putout. Rams score another here in the 6th to take a 7-2 lead. This is Mount Vernon Baseball from WMIX Sports.
I'm 80 Rob with a look at your next rad weather. Pleasant this afternoon with clouds and sunshine. High 71. Partly cloudy for tonight. Low 46 to 50. Saturday breezy and warm with clouds and sunshine. High 76. Tomorrow night low 59. Sunday cloudy, windy and warm with a shower or thunderstorm. High 77. And Monday high 58. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back to Lancers Stadium. We head to the bottom of the 6th, 7-2 your score. As the Rams lead the Lancers. Sam Storman out of the windup. First pitch seen, of course, by Mitch Harlan to be popped up in the center field. Jones will make the grab, and there goes your first out. It'll be Parker and Stone to follow, 8, 9, and 1 in the bottom half of the 6th. Rams have done well today. They scored another in the top half of the inning. Rams has 7 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, 10 left aboard. 2 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. They've stranded 10 as well, have the Lancers. Got started at 4:09. Nearing the 2-hour mark. One struck on a little bit. That's for as quick as it gone. Diving stop by Campbell. Does he have a chance? Strong throw. Safe at first. Not much that could be done there with Speedy Parker coming out of the box. Campbell gave it one heck of an effort, but just couldn't gun down Jacob Parker. So the single will put a runner aboard for Dustin Stone with 1 out here in the inning. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. You can find us on Facebook as well. Rams will have the top of the order coming up at the 7th. Looking for win number 8 of the year. Hard to believe this is the Rams' 15th game of 2014. As we near the halfway point of the season next week. First pitch strike to Stone is called, and it's 0-1. Second chance auto, one of our Rams boosters. Find him on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon, home of your largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, priced under $10,000 in one location. Second chance auto also offers bank rate financing for all those fancy sales or gimmicks, just honest deals. Called strike on the second pitch. It's 0-2 now to Dustin Stone with a runner on and 1 out. Storman out of the stretch, gets set. Fastball low, will be ball 1. Just past the top of the 6 o'clock hour. As the 1-2 pitch comes, the 1-2 pitch is swung on a miss for your second out. So after the top of the hour, we'll pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
Honored annually by the Illinois Broadcasters Association for broadcast excellence. WMIX Sports is WMIX, Mount Vernon, Marion, Bloomington, a Withers broadcasting station.
Back at Lancer Stadium with 2 outs and a runner aboard. The first pitch seen by Sheldon Howard. Taking a high for a ball, and the count is 1-0. Runner on first. 2 outs here in the inning. Next pitch will be pounded around, but just missing. 2 balls, no strike. Community First Bank has free checking and high-yield interest. It's called the One Account. Stop by any of their 5 Jefferson County branches or learn more at ComFirstBank.net. It's another service. We are official voice of Rams Athletics. 2-1 now. Howard fouls one off. When he gets out of the 2-1 pitch from Sam Storman, who stands to be the winner as of now. As this one will be lifted into right center field, could be trouble as Jones will make a diving grab if he hangs on. And as effortless as it always seems to be, Blake Jones will make another outstanding catch, diving from left to right. And that is it here in the 6th. It's 7-2 Rams. This is Mount for the baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get on a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. What a grab by Blake Jones. Stretched out, fully extended out left, right center field to make the grab to end the inning. What an impressive play. And the Lancers strand another runner. They've stranded 11 today. We have at the top of the 7th, Rams on top 7-2. It'll be the top of the order duo for Ryan Campbell, Reed Millwood, and Thomas Weber here in the inning. And what an inning that was for the Rams defensively. Pitching and defense, at least since getting out of the first inning, have been an amazing difference today for the Rams. Campbell leads it off, and now looking to go where Shelton couldn't before, and this will be a leadoff single for Ryan Campbell. That'll bring in Reed Millwood, of course, Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of high school sports. Welcome back to Personal Banking. It's more than just that. It's One Checking, free checking, high-yield interest over there at Community First Bank. Find them in Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina, 5 Jefferson County branches. First pitch to Millwood. Fouled off, fought it off, 0-1. Back-to-back trips to St. Clair County for the Rams. Today, of course, here at East. Tuesday at Alsop and Thursday at Cahokia before heading to Paducah. It'll be a while before we see Ren and Klein field again as the 0-1 misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Weber awaits on deck. Rams on top 7-2. Here comes ground ball, third base, looking for 2, to second for 1. And just off of the bag for the others. That'll go down. It's 5-4. And Millwood stays aboard. Checking on the runner at first, nothing doing. So Weber has a runner on and 1 out. You're in the top of the 7th. The Rams looking for some insurance up 7-2. A pitch in the dirt makes it 1-0 to Thomas. Here it comes. Oh. Just off the plate, 2 balls and no strikes. Pike on deck for the Rams. Looking to get to 8-6-1 on the year. 2 ball, no strike count, the runner going. And this one's going to be fouled back to us. It'll be 2-1. Stopped by the netting, actually. Tony Will brings you scoreboard updates. You can find them worldwide at TonyWill.com. Look for the White State Farm Jeep around town. Find them on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower. We find for you that we haven't already told you. New Carbondale was up on Mascuda 5-0 in the last check. A pitch going to come in and get away. And now to second base will go Millwood. Three balls, one strike to Thomas Weber, the Ram catcher. Got the save yesterday, and the Rams win. Oh, my. Heron beat Massac County in softball today 2-0. That's 2 straight losses for Massac. State ranked as a 3-1 low, and that'll be a 2-out, or a 1-out walk, rather, to Weber, and that'll bring in Pike with 2 aboard. Harrisburg beat Massac in conference play 3-2. Massac beat Falls to Heron today 2-0. Not been a kind river-to-river Ohio schedule for the Lady Patriots. 2 on and 1 out, 7-2 ball game. Rams are up a nickel over the Belleville East Lancers here from Lancer Stadium. Pike the lefty against the left-handed pitcher Schneider. Here it comes. It'll be outside off of the corner, though, so it'll be 0-1 to Jake. Jake is 3 for 4 today. 3 runs batted in, a run scored. Not a bad day for Jake Pike. Has Brooklyn on first, running for Weber. Millwood on second. And that could change. Just one into left field, but Stone's probably going to play it perfectly and does, and that'll be your second out. Stone is taking much better angles out there in left, and that'll be out number 2. Of course, in the last chance, 7th for the Lancers, it'll be Hendricks, Horner, Millis. It's 3, 4, and 5 in the Lancer lineup. Let's see what Morgan does here with 2 on, 2 outs, out 7, a 7-2 ball game. The Rams looking for another win, looking for 3 straight. Haven't said that in a while. This will be fouled back, at least not since last year. Millwood falls behind 0-1. Community First Bank has 5 Jefferson County branches. Malford and Dix, Woodlawn and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. Friends and neighbors on staff will understand your needs. One of the many differences. 2 on, 2 out, 0-1 the count. Schneider to the pitcher out of the stretch, and this one lifted towards center. Should it be a problem for Hendricks, he'll make the grab. Hendricks will lead it off at the bottom of the 7th. Last chance coming for the Lancers. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Bill, where are we going? We're trying to find my ATM.
We just passed an ATM.
But that's not my ATM. I lose $4 if it's not my ATM.
Make any ATM your ATM. Introducing free Kasasa checking with monthly rewards like cash and ATM fees back in your pocket. Visit trykasasa.com. Kasasa.
Kasasa is carried locally at People's National Bank or online at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
Bad credit, no problem. Auto Mart of Salem is here to help. Auto Mart of Salem is your local shop here, pay here headquarters. Quality cars, vans, SUVs, and trucks in stock now. All credit applications are accepted. Shop here and pay here at Auto Mart of Salem, 1819 West Main, Salem, Illinois. Shop online at automartofsalem.com or call us at 618-548-8611.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
3, 4, and 5, hoping to make it a big inning for the Lancers, who trail 7-2. The Mount Vernon Rams looking for win number 8. 2 games above 500 it would be. It's a quick ground ball to Derek Hayes over at third from the storm and pitch, and 5-3 is your first out. A quick out in the inning. This game, every game. Mount Vernon Rams Athletics, presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland, Malford and Dix, Woodlawn and Ina. Not sure if this is going to be a warm-up or just a side session over on the Ram bullpen. Storm has pitched masterfully on in relief. Hasn't allowed a run. Has scattered 7 hits. Fires the first pitch strike to Kevin Horner. Horner is 2 for 3 today with a couple of singles and an RBI. Stands in here, but a tall task in front of the Lancers, trailing 7-2 to 0-1. It's going to be just past the glove for Campbell. Not much he could do as that was slicing into left center field, and that'll be a one-out single. Bring in Drew Millis, the catcher, who's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles and a walk. We'll have your Schmitz Relay post-game show coming up after this one. Will it be after this half inning? 1 on, 1 out for Drew Millis, the catcher for the Lancers, trailing 7-2, and he'll foul one back. And 0-1 is the count. Here comes, and this one going to be in the left field. Giants will call everybody off to make the grab, and there's your second out. The last chance for the Lancers will be number 5. Trying to find it on the roster. Troy Ferrari, the senior. Ferrari even. 7-2 ball game. Rams up 5. It's going to take much more than this with 2 outs and a runner on for the Lancers. Storman trying to finish it off. Ground ball to the shortstop. Campbell will scoop over to Millwood, and the 6-4 force out will end the threat. The Rams win this one and get to 2 games over 500. 7-2 your final. Will come back with everything you need to know in your Schmitz Relay postgame show. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Whether it's Mother Nature's inability to decide on a season, a weekend that got a little out of hand, or just life, there's always something looking to damage your vehicle. This is Chase Landers from Landers Collision Centers. Maybe winter weather turned your full-size sedan into a compact, or a little hail has your truck looking like Swiss cheese. Perhaps a deer decided to go for a ride on your hood, or maybe your truck is missing its hitch and bumper after pulling your little brother out of the ditch last weekend. Did a bad breakup leave a little graffiti on your SUV? We hope not, but we've seen it all, and we certainly don't judge. Whatever mess life has created for your vehicle, we'll clean it up. As a direct repair facility for many insurance companies, we take care of just about everything, even getting you into a temporary vehicle while we restore yours. That's the Landers difference. Top to bottom, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Come see us in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask us about free detailing for the life of your vehicle. Or call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area, so a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
I'm meteorologist John Fear. Look at your next rad weather. Partly cloudy, mild tonight, the low 51. And for tomorrow, breezy and warm with intervals of clouds and sunshine, high 76. Mild tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, low 59. Then Sunday, mostly cloudy, windy and warm. A shower, thunderstorm in spots, the high 77. Then cooler Monday with showers, the high just 58. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
And we welcome you back to Lancer Stadium for your Schmidt Chevrolet post-game show. Winners of this one, the Mount Vernon Rams, by a score of 7-2. Of course, we'll have your score and stats just a moment. First, we remind you, Schmidt Chevrolet is right next to the WMIX studios at 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Review their inventory online at schmidtchevrolet.com or even schedule service appointments while you are there. 7-2, your final. Rams had 7 runs on 12 hits with 1 error, 11 left on base. East had 2 runs on 10 hits with 2 errors, and they also stranded 11. Sam Storm picks up the win. Cody Prepon picks up the loss. 2 hours and 7 minutes it took to play this one as the Rams improved to 8-6-1. East falls to 3-6. Schmidt Chevrolet post-game show will continue in a moment. We'll come back to the Rams player of the games and a couple of finals from around the area. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
You need a great quality, new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get in a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Registration for summer classes at Rend Lake College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Rend Lake College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Rend Lake College, your journey starts here.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back. Lancer Stadium, the Rams finish up a 7-2 win over Belleville East. This is your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. 3423 Broadway is where you'll find their selection of new and pre-owned Chevrolets and other makes and models. You can also log on to schmidtchevrolet.com. Your player of the game today in this winning effort, of course, we could go with some obvious choices, but a guy who kind of had to come off the bench, didn't know he was going to get to play today. It so happened that a great play defensively from Braden Smith set the tone that Sam Storm would have to move from left to third base, and then came Zach Gines before anybody even had to bat that part of the order. And so Zach Gines actually goes 3 for 4 today. 2 runs scored and a run batted in. He is your Ram player of the game, and for no other reason than just being in a tough position. Sam Storm gets a shout-out as well for picking up the win, as he actually went from left to third to pitcher in the same inning. So the Rams get a good win. They're 2 games above 500, 8-6-1. They're back at it Tuesday here in Belleville against the Althoff Crusaders. We'll have that for you as we do every pitch of Rams baseball. Saturday Sports Show comes your way tomorrow after the 8 o'clock news. It's right here on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com. That's going to do it for us today. For Avery Barton back at our Mount Vernon studio, for all of us at WMIX Sports, thank you for accessing our broadcast. You can follow us on Twitter and find us on Facebook, as well as peruse our YouTube channel for all of our sports delights. That's going to take care of things today. 7-2 your final. I'm Chris Hugo. So long from Belleville.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports. Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports is sponsored by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams Baseball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Rend Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank. Stay in the game on Twitter. Follow us at WMIX Sports or log on to WMIXsports.com. Now back to America's best music on the legendary WMIX.